Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my random thoughts on Thursdays. And this time I'm going to be talking about why I am boycotting Starbucks permanently. Okay, let me start by prefacing that I have been a very long-time customer of Starbucks. I still remember when they first opened their stores in Chicago. I mean, I know they started in Seattle, but when they got to Chicago back in the early 90s, I believe. And I just absolutely fell in love, not with their coffee. No one likes their coffee. I mean, name one person on this planet that actually likes Starbucks coffee, but their frappuccinos and their lattes and their chais and their food and their wonderful baristas and their atmosphere and all this other stuff. I have been a very loyal and long-time customer of Starbucks. And when they came out with their app, their mobile app, I got it right away. I was, oh, this is a cool way to be able to pay for things. I didn't have to have the card in my wallet and that kind of thing. And so I've had the app since practically it came out in the first place. And I got myself up to gold status, and I think I renewed my gold status and everything. So, while I don't go to Starbucks every single day, otherwise I'd be 300 pounds. But I was going often enough to at least get the gold card member status with the thing. And I am one of those people that if you treat me right, I am going to be fiercely loyal to a brand for a very long time. And if I'm treated right for a long time, if I am treated wrongly, okay, bad incident, someone had a bad day, something happened, okay, fine. But if it continues and continues and continues, eventually you're gonna piss me off. And if you piss me off, watch out. And Starbucks has pissed me the heck off. I mean, I just, I'm trying not to get too angry with this, but I am just so livid with how they treated me. Okay. Now the situation may have been a Starbucks issue. It may have been a PayPal issue. I don't know. And I'll give you all the details in a second. But what pisses me off is ultimately how they treated me as a very long time loyal customer in the end. And this is not how you treat a loyal customer if you want them to stay a loyal customer. Instead, I'm going to be a pissed off, irate customer who's going to shout out to the world and tell everyone how crappy you treated me. So there. So anyway, this all started on December 23rd of last year. I always got a Starbucks when I went to get my nails done. So you can see my nails. I got pretty blue nails. I think I got red nails this time. I've had my nails done since then, but no Starbucks this time. But anyway, so I went to the Starbucks, went to the nail salon, got my nails done, and that particular visit to Starbucks got me down below a certain dollar amount, and so I have my Starbucks set to auto reload, and I had it set to auto reload from PayPal. Now I've had that set up for over a year or more. It's been that way for a long time, and no problems, worked just fine. Auto reload again. But then, it was like the 23rd, so it was just before Christmas. I had all this Christmas stuff going on. But then once Christmas stuff kind of wound down, I noticed that I was getting all these emails from PayPal saying, authorized Starbucks, and like, wait a minute, that's too many. What's going on? At first I thought maybe someone had hacked my account and someone was just using my PayPal account somehow, or my Starbucks account somehow. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was kind of in a panic. So I log into PayPal and I'm just seeing these pending transactions from Starbucks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I contacted PayPal and they were like, these transactions are coming from Starbucks. There's not much we can do about it. You need to contact them and have them stop whatever it is that's causing this. I was like, okay, fine, fair enough. So I call Starbucks. And so this is the first interaction I have with Starbucks. Is I call them, I talk to the lady, and she's like, I honestly don't see anything on your account that's trying to reload your card from PayPal. There was no record on Starbucks side, there was no record on PayPal side. It was something was going on. They could see the screen captures I was sharing with them, but in their computer systems, neither side could see a problem. It's like, okay, just fix it, stop it somehow. So with that first call to Starbucks, I had 2 different card numbers on my account because when I got gold status, they gave me a new card with a new number and I still had the old number, but it was a confusing thing. So what we ended up doing is we ended up transferring what little bit of money I still had left on the primary card that I had on my app, transferred it to the gold card number and completely deleted and wiped out the other card, which stopped the auto reloads. So we shut down the auto reloads. Okay, so my app now was reflecting the gold card that I had. And she's like, okay, don't redo the auto reload right away. Give it a few days to kind of clear the system up and then start it over again. And I was like, okay, fine. And I did some research and there was other people who were having problems with the app and the auto reload and that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know, when I do it again, I'll do it from the website. So about a week later, I go to the website and I reset the auto reload up. And almost immediately, I start getting these pending transactions again. So the same thing happened again, completely different card number. Didn't use the app this time at all. I was using the website, and the same glitch was happening again. Now, does this indicate that the problem or the glitch was more on the PayPal side? Very likely. So I called PayPal, and they were like, "We're sorry, we're not seeing anything on our end that could be causing this. These are transactions that are coming straight from Starbucks. Where our hands are tied." So I call back Starbucks again, and the second person I talked to, and I'm sorry, I never remember names. I never remember to write down names. So, you know, I should have taken down these people's names. But you know, it may or may not be necessarily their fault. It could have been a bad day, whatever. But the second person I talked to was kind of rude. Seemed to act like I was crazy and like, you know, I must be seeing things, or I don't know what they were thinking, but they were like, well, there's nothing I can do, but I'll escalate this, and I don't know how long it'll take them to look at it. And they hung up on me. And I'm like, so that was the first bad thing. I was like, okay, whatever. And she also said that to keep the auto reload on so that the engineers can look at it when they get around to it. I let that run for another 2 weeks, and every day there was like 5 or 6 of these pending transactions, and thankfully they never went anywhere. They never took money from anything, so I never lost any money. I mean, that was, you know, a good thing. But, you know, just getting this constant pending, and then on top of that, my Starbucks account wasn't reloading, so I couldn't use it anymore. I couldn't use my rewards. I couldn't use anything. I couldn't earn any rewards. I wasn't getting any money into the account, period. And, you know, obviously I was starting to get a little bit frustrated. So, early last week, I sent another message, and this time I decided to go through social media because I wasn't getting anywhere with the phone calls. So I was like, you know, sometimes I have better luck with social media. So I pinged PayPal, I pinged Starbucks. PayPal got back to me. And, you know, they were like, well, we'll look into it, but I get the same response. There's, you know, it's coming from Starbucks. There's nothing we can do about it, was basically the thing. And then I heard back from Starbucks, and they were like, well, we really like to resolve this for you. You know, can you email us? You know, give me an email address. I'm like, okay, fine, fair enough. So I put together an email. I gave screen captures of what I was seeing on PayPal. I gave a description, everything. I gave some example transaction numbers from PayPal, gave them my account number, everything. I mean, it was an email address at starbucks.com. I wasn't like clicking a link and sending it somewhere. I actually had to type it in and everything. So I know it wasn't like a bad email address. And so I sent the email. I waited about 2 days. Didn't hear anything back, so I wrote back again. It's like, hey, just checking to see if you got this email. I know you might still be working on the problem. No response. So I tweeted again, and I said, hey, you know, you guys suggested I send an email, so I did. I sent it on this date with this information. You know, have you guys gotten it? No response. And you know, I pinged a couple more times, and I was being very polite about it at this point, but no response, no response, no response. And I was getting more frustrated again. So I thought, well, let me ping their Facebook team. Maybe their Facebook team will answer me. So I pinged their Facebook team, and I said, hey, you know, this is the situation that's going on. I don't know if you're the same team that manages the Twitter account, but, you know, here's the situation. You know, hey, here's the screenshot that I sent to the email. You know, here's, you know, can we please get this resolved? Within about a half an hour, no, let me back up here for a second. About a day before this, a friend of mine gave me a $25 gift card for Starbucks as a thank you for something. And I went and I logged into the website, and they said, oh, you can transfer this to your main account. So I did, so because I logged in, and I just transferred that $25 over into my main Starbucks account. So I was actually able to load money onto it. I'm like, oh, finally I can use my account again. Well, half an hour after I sent the Facebook message the next day, my balance dropped to 0. My $25 was gone. I hadn't used it yet. I hadn't even had a chance to go out of the house yet. And I was like, wait, what? Called my friend up. They called Starbucks. Starbucks said, yeah, the person who you gave it to, they spent it already. It's like, no, I transferred it. And then they were like, oh yeah, they transferred it, but they have a firewall, and because of the firewall, the transfer didn't go through. It's like, no, it was there for 24 hours. It was there. I saw it. I know it was in there. So what are you talking about? And then I tried contacting both the Facebook and the Twitter accounts again, and I noticed that I was blocked. They blocked me. This is where I get fucking pissed off. I am a customer with a legitimate problem with your system. It's your system or PayPal. I don't care who, you know, Starbucks was pointing fingers at PayPal, PayPal was pointing fingers at Starbucks. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who is responsible for this glitch, this bug, this problem. I mean, we've determined it wasn't someone else coming in and using my account. That we know that it was nothing. It was just the auto reload thing glitching with PayPal somehow. That's ultimately what the problem was. But exactly where the glitch was happening and how to stop it, we couldn't figure out. No one could figure this out. And I was being completely polite. I wasn't being irate. I wasn't calling anyone names. I wasn't telling anyone to get their act together or anything like that. I was remaining very civil and calm. And they blocked me. They stopped following me, so I could no longer DM them on Twitter. I noticed that they saw me on Facebook, but they kicked, like, I was unliked on the Facebook page, and no response to anything. I could have made a phone call to them, and that's maybe one thing I probably should have done that I didn't do, but I was so angry. And then the kind of crap that they were telling, that the person on the phone was telling my friend as well, it's just like, you know what, I'm done. I am so done with Starbucks and whoever the hell is running their social media help. Because I wasn't dealing with at Starbucks, I was actually dealing with at Starbucks help. And the same thing with PayPal, because I originally tweeted at PayPal and at Starbucks, and I got tweets from at Starbucks help and at Ask PayPal. Now, the people at PayPal, I mean, they never were able to fix the problem if it was on their end, but one thing that they did do is they continued to communicate with me, they continued to work with me, and they did go ahead and help me cancel all of those pending transactions that, I mean, they were stuck, they weren't going anywhere, they weren't taking any money out, but I wanted to, just in case something unstuck them, that they didn't just come flooding money out of my account. So they were nice enough and they went in and they canceled all my pending transactions, and that's all resolved and that's all done with. So whether the glitch was on their end or not, PayPal was helpful and has continued to remain with an open dialogue with me. Starbucks has cut me off. I can't DM them anymore. They're ignoring my tweets. They're ignoring my emails. They're ignoring anything on Facebook. They're actually, they blocked me on Facebook completely. I don't even know where to start with that. Like, how is that customer service? I'm a customer with a problem. I'm not just complaining. I'm not just saying crap about Starbucks, or at least I wasn't saying crap about Starbucks. I wasn't saying, oh, you guys are so fucking lame, and you guys have terrible coffee, and I wasn't saying any of that. I was being perfectly civil, and they go and they just shut me out. I'm like, okay, I am guessing that Starbucks does not want any more of my money. And I am angry enough that I want to shout to the world, and hopefully maybe some other people will stop spending their money at Starbucks. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, I don't really care. At the very least, I want people to know that this is how Starbucks will treat you if you have any problem and you want to complain about it and you want to expect any help from them. Yeah. Corporate Starbucks anyway. I mean, obviously at your local Starbucks, your local baristas, they're not responsible. This is not on them. This is on corporate Starbucks and their corporate marketing team and their social media team and whatever. But whoever is running that part of the organization needs to fucking get fired or something. I don't even want a free Starbucks card or an apology or anything. Fucking keep it. Seriously, I want nothing to do with Starbucks anymore. You will never get another penny out of me till the very last day I die, the last breath on me. You will not get a penny out of me. Nothing. I will never go in your stores. I will never buy your products. I will never give your gift cards. Nothing. I will not. Even if someone buys me a Starbucks, I am throwing it in the trash. So don't bother buying me a Starbucks. Don't give me a gift card. I want nothing from Starbucks ever. Okay? This is how angry I am. This is how hurt I am. To be a customer for 20 years and I had a legitimate issue. It was a glitch somewhere, somehow with the auto reload and PayPal. I don't know what the problem was. But you don't just shut a client or customer out when they're just seeking help. That is unconscionable, in my opinion. I would never do that to a client of mine, ever. So, anyway, now that I've got that off my chest, don't buy Starbucks anymore. Or if you do, don't tell me about it. So, anyway, have you ever had a bad customer service experience? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your rants about bad customer service experiences. Because, I know I've had bad customer service experiences from other companies, but this one takes the cake at this point. To completely block me and shut me out when I'm just seeking some help with a problem. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you are enjoying my rant, give me a thumbs up. Please share, especially if you hate Starbucks. Please share this if you hate Starbucks, because I would love to get the word out. But until next time, take care. Bye-bye.